Hey everybody, Jake Moran, Keller Williams, and this video is going to be 3 things that everyone buying a new construction home needs to know that you probably hadn't thought of. So this, as most of you know, is a microwave. Not real surprising, should be in all your new construction homes. The thing that you probably haven't thought of, what you need to do, is test the vent on your microwave before you need it. 2 reasons. One, because a lot of people don't check to see, like if you got a lot of bacon that's smoking up on the stove and you blow it, if it's not vented out, it's just gonna be blowing it even more around your house. But 2, more importantly, is when you fire it up the first couple times, the exhaust vent, sometimes there's a little bit of drywall dust, or if they cut in the cabinet, there's a little bit of sawdust. If this is your first meal and you've got guests over and you hit that thing, there's no good way of getting that out of your food that is right below it on the stove. So do that a couple times. Make sure the fan has blown itself clean of any debris in there when you move in. The second thing is your main water shutoff. This is not something you want to have to figure out where it is when you need the water at your house shut off. So if you're buying a new construction home, this should be something any builder covers in their walkthrough, their orientation walkthrough. Some of your shutoffs will look like this. This is a ball cock valve. Some of them will be the round kind of metallic handles. Those are gate valves. Either way, if you have a basement or not, you will have one location where your main water comes into the house. Sometimes you'll have this mechanism on the outside of the house by the water meter. Sometimes it's right inside. This is your pressure reducing valve. Not anything you really need to mess with, especially if it's a new home. However, if your washing machine or things that use water start to kind of squeal and howl a little bit, you may want to have a plumber come check this to make sure you didn't just get a bad one, because that is your warning sound that you have way too much pressure on your lines most of the time, and better to get it solved before it blows something out. Find your shutoff valve. Make sure everyone in your home, including your kids, know where it is so that if you need it, you can shut it off. Next thing you should know, I'm actually going to give you a couple bonus things today, just because I thought of a few things that most people don't know. If you get granite countertops in your new construction home, which pretty much all new construction homes are going to have granite, at least in the kitchen, 9 times out of 10, the granite installers are not sealing the granite. So whether you get granite, marble, whatever, quartz, super important that you seal it. And from a convenience and a function standpoint, way easier to go ahead and seal it before anything moves in, anybody moves in, because that way you don't have to deal with appliances or people or, kids' handprints or dogs or cats or whatever. There's several different kinds, but this is the kind that I have. And this stuff doesn't go bad. So this is from like 2 houses ago, I think, but still good. It literally takes 15 minutes to get your countertop sealed. You basically just wipe this on. You can use a paintbrush, sponge, or whatever. You wipe it on, you let it sit. It tells you how long to let it sit, and then you wipe off the excess, and then you just leave it. Let it finish drying and curing and everything. And what this does is if there's grape juice, red wine, or grease, oils, this prevents them from soaking into the granite. So it takes a small, just not paying attention for your granite countertops to get that spot that will not come out. Once those things are in the pores of the granite, good luck. It is a bad day, and unfortunately, it will be the only thing you see in your kitchen from like that point on. So get your granite countertops sealed. Usually, what I tell people is when you're buying the house, as soon as you're done closing, before anybody's moved stuff in, just go from closing back over there. Again, because it takes so little time to actually do it, get your countertops sealed before anybody moves in right after closing, and that way it's done and you don't have to worry about it. These lights, these are in a lot of new construction homes. They're effectively the flush mount LEDs, and you may or may not know, most people don't, I know just because I'm around this all the time, is almost all of these, 9 out of 10 brands, these are adjustable in the color and the lighting. Most people have no idea. So some people are particular on how they like lighting. I'm one of those people. I cannot stand the blue light, which is the daylight. It's called daylight, which you would think would be, the more yellow, softer white, but it's not. The soft white is actually what I prefer, which is kind of a more normal incandescent kind of looking light. So most people don't know these lights are almost all adjustable. So I'm going to show you real quick how to adjust these. If you have these in your home and it just drives you nuts, I can almost guarantee you these are adjustable. If not, you can get ones that are adjustable that you can swap out for literally a couple bucks. If you're going to do it yourself, just do yourself a favor. Shut the breakers off to your house. So these are all a little bit different. They'll have the switches in different places, but it's very, very simple. You basically it's got these little spring load things, and this is all it is. And so what you'll see is on the back of these, on this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can kind of see it on the camera. But this one actually has 4 or 5 different settings. So, and most of them are going to show you, it's got a little scale here to show you the kind of lighting. You can mess around it, see how you like it. Obviously, the time of day to do it, to really get an idea, is when it's dusk or dark outside, so you get a better idea of how it's actually going to light the house when you need lights in the house. So for me, I like it in the middle, the neutral white. But the neutral white is what I've set all the other ones on, and bam, you're done. So the last thing is termites. One of the easiest ways to prevent termites from ever coming near your house is just to make sure you don't have any wood in contact with concrete that meets the ground. Because that is how the termites will go 9 times out of 10 into your house. And this is a great example. This board right here, this big long board, is a foundation board. This is done when they're literally pouring the basement slab. You can see right here, I had to bust it off the concrete. It was still attached. So if you have, sometimes you used to have framing stakes, sometimes it's around the garage. Do a quick walk around. This is something that your builder should be doing to begin with, but if you're doing your walkthrough, just take a quick look around and just make sure there's no signs of wood anywhere around the foundation, around the garage, even if it's just the thin little 1x4, 1x2 stakes that are holding the initial framing in. Get all that wood away from the house, because again, this is primarily how termites are going to get a foothold in your house. If they do, it's going to be stuff like this. So most people are not even going to pay attention to it, not think it's a big deal, or if you don't know anything about homes, you think it might, is supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be taken out once the concrete's cured and the framing starts, and sometimes boards get missed. And hey, if videos like this are helpful for you, they give you a little bit more peace of mind, they help you save some money, they make you feel a little bit smarter around the house, go ahead and hit subscribe. We do everything we do on this channel to try to be just altogether different in the world of real estate, not just showing you nice properties or things like that, but helping you save some money, helping you create some margin, helping you just enjoy a little bit more of life around the house, hopefully. Maybe make you feel a little smarter than your neighbors every now and then. And if you're looking for a piece of property, real estate, anything in our world in the North Georgia area, we'd love to help you out. Our information is coming up at the end of the video. We do take our job seriously, but we love doing stuff like this as well to just help anybody we can. This one calls it giant or an alien. It's a half second too late. I'm not going to shut this off. Your light switch may do the job. If I was in an operating room, I would probably want this. Sometimes there's still an active wire. It's not going to matter. It's not going to hurt anything. Getting a little out of hand in the house, there's that. I know what I'm doing. I don't really trust anybody. That's my